All right, gentlemen, in today's video, we're talking about hair loss, the signs, what you want to look out for, and the factors that cause hair loss. Now, some of these factors, they're a little bit out there, a little bit strange, and that's what's going to make this video fun. You ready, gents? Let's get into it. So the first factor I want to talk about, coming out of the Annals of Dermatology, this is a 2017 study, and they talk about the link of over-exercising and hair loss. In this study, they showed guys that were burning closer to 4,000 calories a week consistently for 3 months. What they found is that these guys were shedding more hair than normal. Now, the good news here is when these guys stopped over-exercising, all of a sudden their hair production went back up. They weren't shedding as much hair. Gentlemen, when you exercise, you're putting stress on your body. Exercise, but don't overdo it. Now, this next factor is closely related to a myth. And that myth is that if you wear a hat, if you wear headwear, that's going to lead to you losing your hair. That's not true. There's no research that has proven that. However, they have shown that if you wear dirty headwear, we're talking headwear that can lead to scalp infections, then in that case, yes, this can lead to hair loss. If you're going to go to that trusty baseball cap all the time, make sure to wash it, make sure to clean it. Headwear is not going to cause you to lose your hair unless you're wearing it too long, it's dirty, and it's causing an infection. So the next strange factor that's going to cause you to lose your hair, the wrong hairstyle. So this whole thing with the man bun and cornrows and some of these other styles that put a lot of stress on the hair, this can lead to hair loss. And what's interesting is the research that I read on this, it was all geared actually talking about women that pull their hair back in tight ponytails. So I'm going to infer that this can apply to men. And with some of these hairstyles, again, that are pulling your hair back, you've got to be careful. If you overdo this, if you stress the hair physically, yes, this can cause your hairline to recede. Now, when it comes to male pattern baldness, 2 out of 3 of us are going to experience it before the age of 35. And as many of you guys know, losing your hair, it's not an old man thing. It can happen in your 40s, in your 30s, in your 20s, and even your teens. The good news, gents, there are proven treatments to stop hair loss in its tracks. And gents, that's why I want to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Keeps. Now, gentlemen, to get started with Keeps, it's easy. This process takes 5 minutes. The first thing you want to do, go to their website. You want to answer some online questions. Then you're going to snap some pictures of your hair. You're going to send this in. A licensed physician is going to review your information online and recommend the right treatment for you. Then it's shipped right to your door every 3 months. Guys, no waiting rooms. No pharmacies, no checkout lines. You get doctor attention, diagnosis, and discreet drugs delivered all on your schedule from the comfort and privacy of your home. Keeps offers generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there. Keeps is only $10 to $35 a month. Plus, now you can get your first month free. Guys, this is a great deal to keep your hair. To receive your first month of treatment for free, gents, go to keeps.com/RMRS. Again, that's keeps.com/RMRS. Now, this next factor that causes hair loss in men, you guys have heard this before, family history. And a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, it comes from your mother's side. So what's the simple answer here? Your grandfather on your mother's side, he doesn't have his hair. On your dad's side, he does have his hair. Does that mean you're going to lose your hair? No, there are actually 287 different genomes that you have to be mapped and have to come out a separate way. Now, what they found in a 2005 study coming out of the University of Bonn is that it's actually a specific androgen receptor gene that, depending on how that plays out, how it's shaped, how it looks, that actually is going to determine whether or not you go bald. Basically, what they did figure out is if your androgen gene receptor is boosted, you're going to grow more hair on other parts of your body and you're going to lose it on your head. Now let's talk about stress and hair loss. This is something many of you guys have heard, but what you haven't heard is there are actually 3 types of stress which can lead to hair loss. Now the first one is telogen effluvium, and this is actually where the stress puts your hair in a resting state for longer than it should be. This can lead to massive hair loss, basically where your hair just rests and then it starts to fall out because it's not basically growing and not doing what it needs to do. Next up, we've got trichotillomania, and this is where stress leads you to pulling on your hair and you literally pull out. Now, on average, a guy will lose 50 to 150 hairs a day. But when you're pulling on it, you're going to lose a lot more. And over time, this habit can lead to hair loss. Next up, we've got Alopecia areata. And this is where in high levels of stress, your body actually starts to attack your hair. I'm not sure how this happens, but it's a real thing. The point here, gents, stress really can lead to you losing your hair. So decompress, go for a walk, exercise. I've got entire videos, which I will link to down in the description, that talk about how to de-stress, how to unplug so that you can not only feel better, but keep your hair. Now let's talk about anabolic steroids. And I know there's a wide variety out there, but I am going to talk about steroids in general are going to lead to an increase in production of DHT. DHT causes baldness. So if you're going to be using steroids, understand that if you're not using them under the prescription of a doctor, that there are side effects. One of these side effects is you can lose your hair very quickly. Next up, let's talk about smoking. This is based off a 2003 study that clearly showed that whenever you smoke, this affects the microvascular of the dermal hair. So what they found is that the smoke particles directly damaged the DNA of the hair. They also found that smoking caused an imbalance with how your scalp reacted to your hair, and this imbalance could actually lead to shedding. And gents, if that's not bad enough, apparently it would also lead to fibrosis. So basically, as the hair is shedded out, you would have scarring over where basically the follicle left, which would then prevent other hair from coming out. So now let's talk about your diet. A lack of iron can lead to hair loss, and this has been clearly shown in both men and women. So where you're going to get iron, guys, you want to add to your diet red meat. You want to add lentils, maybe liver, kidneys, spinach, raw peaches, prunes, prune juice, raw or dried apricots, broccoli tops, potato skins, almonds. Get iron into your diet, otherwise you could start to lose your hair. Now, what about foods that can prevent hair loss? There are a few people that are going to say yes, that the eating of eggs, and specifically it's going to be the protein and it's going to be the biotin, two nutrients which promote hair growth. I've also read some reports talking about higher intakes of vitamin C. So you'll find that in oranges, lemons, you're going to find this in berries, but basically it's going to protect your hair from free radicals. Now, this next one is a factor that many of you guys have suspected, but you maybe didn't know specifically why, and that is UV radiation, so overexposure to the sun. Why is this going to damage your hair? Well, it can specifically actually damage the hair itself. It can lead to it being more brittle. It can actually, the UV rays can go in there and damage the hair follicles. But let's talk specifically about exposing the scalp to the sun. Let's say you've got a thinning hairline up here on top, you're thinning on the back. All of a sudden, you're out in the sun 15, 25 minutes. The problem here is you're basically producing more of superoxide. This can prematurely age it, and all of a sudden you're going into the shedding phase earlier than you should have. Basically, you're going to lose that time and you're going to shed more hair. Now, this next factor is going to surprise some of you guys because you wear it as a badge of honor that you're not getting much sleep. Well, guess what? If you've got a bad sleep pattern, and that's sleeping 6 or less hours per night. Yes, guys, you need a lot more sleep. Me personally, 8 to 9. If you're not getting sleep, yes, you are losing your hair because you're causing more stress on your body. You're not giving it time to recover. Take care of your body. Get more sleep. And I know many of you guys are like, Antonio, how can I get more sleep? I've got a million things to do. In this video right here, I talk about how to wake up early so you can get things done, but also how to set up systems so you go to bed at a decent hour. You get plenty of uninterrupted sleep so that you can hit the day running. You ready? Go check out that video. It's a good video.